In today's session, we are going to take a small concept based on the optical fiber, that too single mode operation, that is cutoff wavelength, then mode field diameter and spot size, and the third parameter is effective refractive index. Let us go through the first concept, cutoff wavelength. You know, what do you mean by cutoff frequency? So obviously the reciprocal will be cutoff wavelength. So cutoff frequency in general, I think you have studied in filters. So what is the cutoff wavelength? It is that particular wavelength or the frequency after which the things will pass. So for even in case of optical fibers also, it acts like a high pass filter. So cutoff frequency is the smallest frequency after which it will pass all the higher frequencies. After that, similarly, the reciprocal of that will be the cutoff wavelength. So here in cutoff wavelength, as the frequency we consider the smallest frequency, cutoff wavelength will be the reciprocal, hence it will be the highest, largest. So this effective cutoff wavelength or simply cutoff wavelength indicated by lambda suffix C, this subscript C indicates cutoff. It is defined as the largest, okay? Frequency is smallest, so wavelength is largest. It is that largest wavelength at which the higher order mode LP11. Actually, I have told you there are many modes. In case of meridional rays, we come across TE and TM, LM. In generally, two dimensions, two numbers are used to indicate the modes. This is meridional. In case of skew rays, we will go for hybrid modes, that is HE and EH. So these four modes all together, not exactly, approximately we can show these, configure these different modes by using LP, linearly polarized component, and the fundamental mode. Fundamental means single, the first one with that number equal to 0. Okay, so LP01 is your fundamental mode in case of single mode fiber. Okay, this is the fundamental mode. अगर आप higher mode की बात करते हो, the next one after this LP01, the next is LP11 and so on. You have many. So it is defined as the largest wavelength at which the higher order modes LP11 onwards, okay, its power relative to the fundamental mode. Fundamental is the first basic mode, LP01 power, it is reduced to 0.1 decibel. So how you define it? It is the largest wavelength at which the higher order mode power LP11, okay, which is the next mode, relative to the fundamental mode power LP01, it is reduced by a factor of 0.1 decibels. Okay, the range of the cutoff wavelength, in order to avoid whatever noise or the dispersion which takes place in case of step index fiber, you have seen intermodal dispersion, okay, which is much reduced in case of graded index multimode, because of their shorter paths and higher paths, velocities get matched and they all together reduces the dispersion. In order to avoid, so what should be the ideal cutoff wavelength? It should be in the range 1.1 to 1.28 micrometer. This is the range for the cutoff wavelength in order to reduce, in order to avoid the unwanted things, the dispersions, the noise addition, everything. This should be the range. For I'm talking only about single mode fiber. I'm not including the multi mode. I'm talking about the single mode where only one ray is passing, propagating through the fiber. Okay, it is actually designed for the operation in 1.3 micrometer wavelength region. The region kya hai? 1.3 micrometer. Within that range, however, the cutoff range should be within this wavelength range, should be between 1.1 to 1.28 micrometer. Now we already have seen what is a V number. V number is actually your normalized frequency. So V is given by 2 pi by lambda into A, n1 root 2 delta. We have even solved few problems also based on this formula. In this, what I'm going to do, let me just take the equation for lambda from this, exchange these two. Okay, so lambda will be equal to 2 pi by A, 2 pi A n1 root 2 delta divided by V, where n1 is the refractive index of the core, A is the radius of the core, delta is the relative refractive index difference, V is the normalized frequency or V number in general. Now, what will be the cutoff wavelength? If I just take the subscript lambda C here, what changes I have to do in this? If you see the different parameters, let's see where I can change the parameters. 2 pi is constant, can't do anything. Once for a given dimension, A is constant. एक बार अगर आप मटेरियल चूज कर लिए कोर का, तो इवन रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स इज कांस्टेंट. Delta, it's a relative refractive index difference, n1 square minus n2 square. That is also constant, which is related to numerical aperture. The only thing is V. So let me take that as VC, indicating this is V number or the normalized frequency for cutoff wavelength. And if you remember in the previous section, we have taken for single mode fibers. Okay, for problematic part I had told you, for single mode operation, step index ke liye this V value or VC is 2.405. This value even we have used in while solving the problems also. I'm talking about step index. So taking that further, you can substitute the value also. So VC is the normalized frequency. And what is this lambda C? It is the wavelength above which a particular fiber becomes a single moded fiber. So whatever I'm telling you, I'm explaining this to you, it's all for single mode operation only. So even though you have come across multi-mode fibers, if lambda C is one wavelength, you come across in the optical fiber, after this wavelength, even though the fiber is multi-mode, it will act like a single mode. It will work on single mode after this particular wavelength only. Okay, so that's what I have substituted. You can substitute that VC also, no problem. Now what I will do, let me just take, if lambda is your normal wavelength which you use, F and lambda pairs, frequency and wavelength. Similarly, lambda is the cutoff wavelength. So in order to define the relationship between lambda C and your normal wavelength lambda, let me divide this above equation by lambda on both sides. If I divide it, check, divided by lambda, here also divided by lambda. I've divided on both sides by lambda term. This left hand side I have written as it is. Right side, club these all these things. What it is, 2 pi A by lambda n1 root 2 delta. It is nothing but your equation for V, right? V, a V number equation, normalized frequency. So I've substituted that as VC. So what is the relationship you get? Cutoff wavelength is equal to V lambda by VC. Okay, there is a direct relationship, but let's see, V and VC are also included in the equation. And if you take VC for step index a single mode operation, 2.405 or approximately 2.4, you can substitute, and cutoff wavelength is V lambda by 2.405. This is the equation. Okay. Now, based on this formula and the previous concept wavelength, let us take one problem. Estimate the cutoff wavelength for the step index. See, there is a step index fiber. So obviously somewhere we come across VC term, which is actually 2.405. Okay. This is important. You need to read out the problem carefully. It is mentioned here, single mode operation, very important. So when you come across all the concepts all together, when you study for your examinations, which formula to apply, you get confused. So reading the problem statement is very important. Here it is given very specifically, step index hai, so VC will come, single mode operation. Similarly, in the previous sessions, we have seen about graded index fibers. When alpha becomes different values, say for 10, 1, 2, infinity, different shape of refractive index profiles exist. So practically, which value we take? For alpha equal to 2, we consider practical cases, which is actually a parabola structure. So many times in the problem statement, they will simply give parabolic refractive index profile. They won't give you alpha value directly. You have to assume that yes, parabolic profile is there. So alpha, you have to take it as 2. Now, read out the statement. We have to find the cutoff wavelength lambda c. What all is given to you? A core refractive index is given. In short, I have written RI, refractive index. Core radius A is given, delta is given. Actually, it was in words form, relative refractive index difference. Okay, it was in the statement form, 0.25%. So I have first listed the given data, refractive index, radius, delta, unknown is lambda c. Okay, by making use of this equation, we want cutoff wavelength. So it is V lambda by Vc. Fine. If you observe, there is one more unknown here. See, in a single equation, 2 unknowns are there, lambda c and lambda. So how to work on this? So probably let's see how we can make it, because lambda is not given you in this, and you cannot assume also any value. So what I will do, Vc you can use it, which is actually your 2.405. I have used it. V is having the equation 2 pi by lambda a n1 root 2 delta. This is the formula. We can observe you have lambda here also. So probably they get cancelled. Let's see. So don't touch it. Keep it as it is. See, I have written 2 pi. A is the radius. N1 is the refractive index. 2 delta divided by lambda. Lambda, I haven't done anything. Simply taken as it is. Now what I will do, I will substitute this complete value in your lambda c equation. So if I substitute, this is your complete value of V lambda divided by Vc. Vc is 2.405. Here you can see these two lambda terms are getting cancelled. If you evaluate the remaining terms, lambda c I have got it as 1.214 micrometer. You can cross verify with your answer. Hope you understood this. Very simple. You have to take the equation for single mode operation. You need to define it. You need to solve it. Now coming across the next topic, next concept, that is mode field diameter, or in short, it is called MFD. Okay. So many times in your question paper, if you come across MFD, so don't think that it is not a covered concept. It is, in short, MFD stands for mode field diameter and spot size. So what is MFD? It is one parameter which is important for characterizing the single mode fiber properties. Again, I'm talking about single mode fiber itself, which takes into account the wavelength dependent field penetration into the fiber cladding. So what do you mean by this? Earlier we have seen, when you have an optical fiber of the structure, while dealing with the modes in a planar field and then the mode theory of circular waveguide, you have seen a structure something like this. Field will be for fundamental mode. This was the field. Shall I show you the slide? It will be a bit clear to you. Very quickly, I'll share the slide. Yeah, you can see this field. Okay, field configuration. This was fundamental mode. For TE0, the structure was if you observe, this is your cladding part and the center is core. Most of the field is concentrated at the center core, but some part is getting into the cladding as well, right? Some part is going into the cladding. So what is this mode field diameter? Hope you understood that structure. Just recalling purpose, I have shown you that. So this will give you an account of this field penetration. Kitna field cladding mein gaya hai. Okay. So hence, This MFD is a better measure of the functional properties of single mode fiber than the core diameter. When we talk about the core diameter, obviously when it comes to field totally सिर्फ core में नहीं है, थोड़ा बहुत part cladding में भी गया है. Okay, and as modes increase, higher order modes as we come across, ये जो cladding का penetration जो है, it will go on increasing. Fine. So for step index and graded index single mode fibers, again I'm talking about single mode operation. Okay, one ray is considered. Operating near the cutoff wavelength lambda c, the field is very well approximated by a Gaussian distribution. So what do you mean by this? Just now you have seen a structure something like this, the field distribution. Actually this type of field distribution we call Gaussian distribution, wherein you will get maximum at the peak in this form here at this say for E, if I draw for field, maximum is here and towards both sides it decays. So this kind of structure we call it Gaussian distribution. So whatever field distribution you come across for this particular fiber, probably it's a step index or graded index, but single mode fibers, the field which you can see here, this distribution, we can we can approximate this field distribution by a Gaussian distribution. In this case, MFD, it is taken as, okay, what is the MFD? It is taken as the distance between the opposite 1 by E, that is 0.377 of the field amplitude points. Okay, this is your Gaussian distribution. जो भी field मैंने draw किया था, same field है. You can imagine ये आपका core part है. This is your center of the core. And surrounding this you have a cladding. Assume करो. Okay. If you observe, ये जो distribution है, Gaussian distribution structure, you can see here this structure. Till this, it is in the core region, but still some of the part is going into the cladding also, right? So how you can find the MFD? It is the field distribution. We can define this as, if this is your maximum value, say E naught, okay, peak value, the tip of this curve. If E naught, if you remember in your control system or in your antennas, whenever you take half powers, you go for 0.707, right? That value 1 by root 2 times. That is half power you take. So similarly here, what value you have to take? It is taken as the distance between the opposite. Okay, opposite, I'll explain you what it is. What is the value you have to take? 0.37. You have to take the value 0.37, not 0.707. It is 0.37 field amplitude points. So if this is your Gaussian distribution, this indicates your radius R and this is your field. Okay. So ये कैसा है? Optical fiber ऐसे रखा हुआ है. This is your optical fiber. In this way it is kept. Like this, the structure goes, or you can even draw it like this. This is your optical fiber. Distribution will be something like this. Okay. So if this is your maximum point, half of this will be somewhere here. So 0.37 will somewhere come here. So you have to consider the distance between the opposite. Okay, it is symmetric. जो left side है, right side है, दोनों what they are reflections of one another. So you have to take the opposite points. If I take, say, this as 0.37, the opposite point will lie here. So you have to take MFD as the distance between these 2 points. This total distance will act as your MFD, that is mode field diameter. So what is mode field diameter? It is giving you the field core region में कितना field concentrated है and बाकी वाला जो field penetration cladding में कितना है, that measure is given by this mode field diameter. So it is giving you the field diameter, okay, not the physical core. So this is what the field properties. So we are talking in terms of fields. So don't think that ये core का जो diameter है उसके बारे में बात चल रही है. No. So we are talking about the field. So if you point this as 0.37, mark this as 0.37, opposite point is here. If you take this total distance, this will be your MFD. And this half part you can see, we call it omega naught. And omega naught is called nominal half width of the input excitation, or we even call it spot size. A spot size will give you, if you see this distribution, where the field is concentrated at the maximum point. For example, if you see this is your maximum point, so आपका spot size कैसे रहेगा? Front view अगर देखेंगे तो this is your spot size concentrated at the center. So omega naught is your spot size or nominal half width of the input excitation. If you take 2 times of this omega naught, it will become MFD. MFD is the distance between these 2 points. What are these 2 points? They are 0.707 times of the maximum value amplitude points. So MFD is the distance between the opposite these 2 field points, or those points are also for power 1 by e square, that is 0.135. In terms of power, if I talk, 0.135 times power points. If it is in terms of amplitude, it is 0.37, that is 1 by e. So power के लिए obviously v square होगा 0.135. That I have not shown. I have shown only for p amplitude. Okay. So this structure, Gaussian distribution of the field is important. Maximum point अगर E naught है, so 0.37 times E naught जो आएगा वो point, वो 2 opposite points को अगर आप join करेंगे, ये total distance MFD होगा. उसका half distance जो होगा, that is called spot size. The terms are new to you. You should be familiar with these terms. Again and again, you should be using them. So MFD is determined by the point where all the field is reduced to this much. So अगर आपका maximum point ये है, so 0.37 times यहाँ पे होगा. So अगर आप यहाँ से vertical line लेंगे, extend करो, this total length will become your MFD. So it is how it is determined by joining the 2 points. And in terms of power, वहाँ पे उस point पे power क्या होगा? Power will be 0.135 times the maximum value. And MFD equals to 2 omega. Just whatever in figure it's there, I have written it in the statements. MFD becomes slightly larger for multi-mode fibers. So whatever I'm dealing now here, either it may be cutoff wavelength or this mode field diameter, spot size, I'm talking for single mode operation. But if it comes to multi-mode operation, so MFD value, it is bit larger it seems, because field जो होगा cladding में ज़्यादा penetrate होगा. Okay, so because of that, instead of single mode, if you go for multi-mode, MFD value will be bit larger. And for about the spot size, that is omega naught, there is one more parameter which is directly related to the MFD, that is MFD is equal to 2 times omega naught, or omega naught is equal to MFD by 2. What actually this is giving you is the location, the spot. That's why it is called spot size. It is used to estimate the core radius or the diameter. It is कहाँ पे mostly field कहाँ exist करता है core में, that is maximum कहाँ पे है. To know the location of the maximum field, we go for spot size, not this spot size here. Okay. However, whatever we are talking, this Gaussian distribution, parabolic distribution, all these things, they are all, we are considering ideal terms. But in case of real practical fibers, strictly Gaussian distribution होना जरूरी नहीं है. Field distribution may not be Gaussian. Okay, so it may be non-Gaussian. Under that case, how you can define MFD is by certain standards called Pertman-2 definition recommended by ITUT. Okay, this is a recommendation which is given by this Pertman-2. According to that, MFD is defined for such real fibers, practical fibers. Okay. Now coming to the parameter effective refractive index. You know already the structure of the optical fiber. You're having two different refractive indices, right? And if you see their field distribution, it is something like this. Okay, just now I have drawn Gaussian distribution of the field. Some field is at the center core and some will spread into the cladding, and जैसे modes बढ़ेंगे. In case of multi-mode, if the number of modes in higher modes, if we go to higher modes, higher order modes, the spreading of this field inside the cladding will go on increasing. Core में कम से कम field मिलेगा आपको. This is the thing which you know already, hopefully. Now coming to the effective refractive index. Optical fiber is made of two different refractive materials, indices materials. One is core having a refractive index N1 and cladding which is having the refractive index N2. So how much effectively the refractive index is observed whenever a ray is propagated into the optical fiber, that measure is given by effective refractive index. Try to understand. जब हम एक optical fiber लेंगे, whenever a ray is passed into this will experience whatever total internal refractions, series of things happen and the wave propagate and the field gets created. So how much, what kind of a refractive index, either N1, N2, see, such refractive indexes are observed when a wave propagates inside the material, inside the optical fiber. That is measured by effective refractive index. The rate of, okay, this is important because we have already seen what is beta. Beta is a propagation constant, right? Especially it is in gamma, we come across two things. One is alpha and other one is beta. But in case of optical fibers, we neglect this alpha attenuation. Coming to beta, which is a phase constant. The rate of change of this phase of the fundamental LP01 mode. So fundamental means obviously now we are into the single mode operation. Remember? So fundamental LP01 mode में जो change होता है phase, okay, mode propagating along a straight line, we can determine this by means of beta term. Whenever in LP mode, when a ray propagates, LP mode is created, okay, that wave, so कितने rate से उसका phase change होता है, that we can determine by using this propagation constant beta. So we can relate beta and the wavelength because you know already beta equals to, you know this, 2 pi by lambda, you know this already. So beta is directly related to the wavelength of LP01 mode by the factor 2 pi, right? Beta is related to lambda by a factor 2 pi. And what beta indicates? Beta indicates increase in the phase angle. So how you can write 2 pi is equal to beta into lambda. For LP mode, wavelength will be lambda 01 mode. For LP01, lambda is lambda 01. So from this, beta equals to 2 pi by lambda. Beta into lambda 01 is equal to 2 pi, or lambda 01 is equal to 2 pi by beta. Now, it is convenient to define the effective refractive index for a single mode fiber. So I have told you, I have been telling you, we are defining this for single mode operation. So how you define this effective refractive index? N indicates refractive index, EFF indicates effective. It is defined as the ratio of, see what is there in the numerator, propagation constant of fundamental mode, जो beta है, that propagation constant of a fundamental mode, and denominator vacuum propagation constant, जो air में जो propagation constant का value होता है, that is generally given by K. We have seen this already. Even in case of meridional rays, whenever a ray travels, wave vector is what? N into K. This splits into horizontal and vertical components, beta Z and beta X. If you yes, beta X, remember beta Z is N1 into K. This is also N1 into K. Horizontal cos, vertical sine. If you remember the previous meridional rays concept, so we had resolved this wave vector into two components. So K we have used. So K is what? Vacuum propagation constant. So N effective is beta by K. This I'm writing it. Try to recall what we had done in case of meridional rays. There were two terms. One was beta term, one was lambda term. We had dictated there beta will be increased by a factor of N1 and lambda will be decreased by a factor of N1. So this was increased, this was decreased, because ये direct relation है, यहाँ पे inverse relation है. We had quoted these things. I will show you that slide if the time is left to you left. But now, as for now, you take this. Okay, that just for recalling, I'll share the slide with you at the end. So we had taken this in case of meridional rays, beta will be increased by a factor N1, but lambda will be decreased. That's why the wavelength of this LP01, because we are talking about the fundamental mode LP01. So the wavelength of LP01, which is a lambda 01, it will be decreased by a factor of this refractive index. A refractive index in this case is our N effective. That's why I have written here lambda 01 is your actual lambda divided by N effective. This indicates a decrease. Okay, is equal to lambda by N effective. Now we know this. Even in case of single mode fibers, we had taken this range. Beta should be within N1 and N2K. So if I substitute for this, we have just now written N effective is equal to beta by K. Here, where it is, N effective is equal to beta by K. According to the definition, it is ratio of propagation constant to the vacuum propagation constant, beta by K. From this, find beta. Beta is N effective into K. Multiply these two. I will substitute that here in this range. If I substitute that value, N effective into K is equal to in the range N1K and N2K. I have written the same. All instead of beta, I have substituted N effective into K. K terms gets cancelled. You're left with N1 and N2, N effective. So what is this effective value of the refractive index? It lies between the value of core index and the cladding index. So the fundamental mode, it propagates in a medium, that is बीच में जो core में जो it will travel in the optical fiber. It will travel with the refractive index N of R, which is actually the function of radial distance, because in the refractive index profile we have seen, right? If this was your refractive index, either single mode or multi-mode, this was your radial distance. So your refractive index is a function of radial distance from the center of the axis. This is your center of the axis. Because of this, N effective, we can term this effective refractive index as average of the refractive index of the medium. अगर आपका refractive index N1 and N2 है, उसका अगर average लेंगे आप, that will be your effective refractive index. Okay. Probably this may not be so. As a note, you can take this. Anyway, I'm sharing this slide with you, so you can go through this. Fine. So with this, we completed today cutoff wavelength, mode, field diameter, and spot size. The third one is effective refractive index. Okay. Let me quickly share that slide with you. Still time is there. I don't know, I'm not getting it. Yeah, probably in meridional and skew rays itself I have got it. The time is very less. Still, let me just try searching that slide, which is giving you this relation. I didn't get it. Let's see if I can get, I'll share that. Yes, it's here, I got it. See, the wavelength gets reduced by this. However, beta gets increased by this factor. Okay, hopefully I have shared it. What is it? It's under planar waveguide. Okay, modes in a planar waveguide. So from this reference, we have taken the effective refractive index. Wavelength gets reduced by a factor lambda by n effective. So in the next class, we will be dealing with the fiber materials and the last topic. Any doubts you can ask me if you have.